it's consumed more of our world since digital technology, because digital technology gives us this illusion of almost perfection.
Yes.
And yeah, I think we do chase after that, and it's started to influence the way that we interact. And it's like you can't just, it's not meant, humans aren't meant to do that.
No.
And I mean, I don't know what humans are meant to do, so who knows, but we've been doing things in a very imperfect way for the entire period of time we've existed. And all of our myths, all of our stories point towards this reality. And so there's, you have to almost embrace that, and, you kind of expect that.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
You have to, it's a framework that doesn't fit on what it means to be human.
Yeah. And I think, the conversations we've had in the past about technology, everything from, technopoly and what it does to us, and how massive revolutions in technology, from the printing press to, television, all of that stuff. Part of the cultural zeitgeist right now, at least what the algorithm is serving up to me, and I know you're off the algorithm, which is great, but what the algorithm is serving up to me from a few of the things I've watched is just, people trying to embrace discomfort, people trying to embrace inconvenience, people trying to embrace friction in how they interact with everyday objects. Like, it is when you can tell a HomePod to play whatever music you want in the world. Obviously, there are some blind spots that it has, and some of the stuff that I've acquired, like I'll pick up a record and I'm like, cool, when I'm in the kitchen cooking, I don't have a record player in there. I can play this record on the HomePod. Well, it's not available on Apple Music, so I can only listen to the record. You might look at someone who has a HomePod, can literally tell it whatever they want to listen to instantly, but they're going to go to this bin, pull out a record, pull out a black disc, stick it on the record player, drop and clear off the dust, drop the needle, whatever, and listen to it that way with equipment they had to acquire. I had to get a receiver. I had to get speakers. I had to get a record player. Those require service and maintenance and bulbs and belts and needles and all this stuff. It just seems ludicrous. Why would you not embrace the HomePod? We have iterated on this technology of this thing of listening to music, and this little tiny thing, I have the HomePod Mini, little tiny thing has room-filling, warm sound, and everything you want through Apple Music, all this stuff. Why we are so fixated on, consciously or subconsciously, reducing all of the steps and the friction and all this stuff. And then we're all finding out, whether it's with our phones, the HomePods, whatever, like, it's boring. That's all the stuff that gives it flavor and life.
I was thinking about this yesterday. We were like on highways for a while, and I was thinking about this idea of the highway, and this is it's a goofy, it's not original, it's pretty goofy, but it's like this idea that it's like when we're driving that, like, we literally went out just to drive. Like, just to go and experience the highway. And it was a scenic byway, the Iowa Scenic Byway, or the Lewis Hills Scenic Byway.
Did you go south toward Glenwood or north?
Up. And we made it.
Old Lincoln Highway.
We want to do the whole thing eventually, but we went north, and the experience was wonderful, because you're just like,
it's a great
you're
ride.
Just there to drive. And it made me think, we've kind of built our entire society in the last 100 years or so around this idea that you've got to reach this destination. It's all about the destination. Right. But everything was kind of designed around this idea of, like, we're here to just drive.
Right.
And, like, I think people were a lot happier. Life was a lot happier when the perspective of most people was, I'm just driving. I'm just experiencing, and, like, whatever I can do to get a little bit of color in my day-to-day experience, whether that's, having to go through some friction with dealing with an object to play some music, or whether that's a person who's completely different than anybody that you've seen before, or who's saying something that's different, or who's acting in a way that's quote unquote like bizarre. That's color. It's giving color, whether it's a place that you walk in and you're like, wow, this is interesting. Why did we make these decisions? It's adding to the experience. It's adding to the drive. It's look at that tree. Oh, look at that cow. Look at that house. Look at that truck.
Yeah.
That's what it, and we've kind of focused around, it's just about the destination. And it's like, well, spoiler alert, the destination is you die. Like, that's it.
Yes.
Like that's the only destination.
Yeah.
And like, that's not a fun destination. And like, you can set these career milestones, and most people, if you look at the psychology behind it, or, people's experience, they reach these highs, or they achieve these things that they set out to achieve. And they're like, yeah, it kind of sucked after like 5 minutes or 10 minutes or a day or a week. Like, what didn't mean anything. Yeah, it's because it's never been about the thing. It's been about the process to get there.
Yeah.
And if you realign yourself to think like that, it changes everything. I wanted to touch on, you said I'm off the algorithm. And I think it's interesting because like, I'm off the algorithm technically. Yeah. I'm not, though, because everything that I consume is influenced by the algorithm.
Yeah.
Because all of the people I'm consuming are influenced.
Right.
Like, there is no escaping the algorithm or the zeitgeist. Like, it is what it is. Like, I was talking about in the pre-show a little bit about like, oh, I'm hearing like these things pop up all the time, and just like over and over. And yeah, even the things we're talking about here, they're not like original things. They're probably influenced by the algorithm, whether we like it or not. I mean, the only way to be off the algorithm, I guess, would be to remove yourself from digital. But then at that point, it's like also remove yourself from society.
It had been a golden afternoon, and I remember having the familiar conviction that life was beginning over again with the summer and summer.